The run started at 6:30. You're there at 6 o'clock, and you got the first game.
I feel like his back then playing is different from what I'm doing.
You're the first.
It is
they
very
be like,
much.
yo, you come there, you know they play on Sunday. Yo, I'm there first. I got first game, and the adults get there, and they be like, no, sorry, young boy. And you be like, all right, I got next. And then
you don't.
And then you think you got next. No, you got second. By the time, look, you got there at 6 a.m., your first game probably was at 12.
Welcome to No Chill with Gilbert Arenas. I'm Mike Botticello, and I'm alongside two Arenas on the couch. That's Gilbert.
What's up?
And this is Alijah. Gil, so I think I'm gonna call this the most important episode we've ever done.
What?
Yeah. Father-son. We've never done a father-son edition. How many people get to do a father-son edition?
True.
It's important.
True.
Breaking ground here on No Chill. Yeah. What's up, Alijah?
Was good.
It's been a long time in the works.
Yeah.
You know? It's
It has?
Pretty much since birth.
I didn't know I was gonna be podcasting.
Yeah, maybe.
To be interviewing.
But yeah, it just started from the blog days and
Yeah, true.
you know.
Okay.
That was probably around the time you were born. You were born in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
You were in DC at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously things moved. You went from DC to Orlando, eventually here to LA. So you're going into 7th grade at Heritage Christian here in California. All right. You're building an animal.
Trying.
Hmm?
It's sometimes it's instinctual, sometimes you gotta build it. So right now it's trying to see what kind of animal he already is and what I can turn him into.
Because the hardest thing for people to understand is they say like, oh, your dad was Gilbert Arenas, your dad was an NBA player, you're gonna be that. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, it's different because they're privileged. And that's what people don't understand. The basketball kids, the father, the sons are actually privileged versus what the father had to go through and endure.
Sure, but also you're not just born to be the same exact thing, a clone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's got more length than you at this point. Skills are way more developed than you had because the game has evolved. We'll give him that.
My dad said he was better than me at the age.
Yeah, I didn't want I wanted him to say you.
Yeah, no, my dad said he was better than me at the age.
Mm-hmm.
At that age.
So who introduced you to basketball?
My dad.
No, he was a soccer player, and I didn't know what that sport was, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. It was just going out there running. To be honest, I didn't really pay attention because I was on my phone.
It's pretty much the most simple sport there is.
It was boring. Let's just be honest. It was a boring sport, but he loved it, so I had to show up. And then I got a call from Daryl, his coach for the Cavs, and said, "Hey, yeah, your son is on our team." And I was like, "My son?" He was like, "Yeah, Alijah." I was like, "Man, Alijah don't play basketball, man." I was like, "No, he showed up. He's a basketball player now." I was like, "What? Okay. They said he's sorry, buddy. He's on the team." Okay. All right.
Just
I can
started.
work with that, yeah.
That's how I came there, because Jaden's mom introduced me to the Cavs, then I started going there.
So basically, Jaden
Yeah.
Alexander introduced him to basketball. Because weren't y'all both on the same soccer team?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we went to Sierra together, then became on the soccer team, then he introduced me to the Cavs.
But like anything else, it's gotta draw you in. You gotta love it.
Yeah, I do now.
Yeah.
No, I
Soccer,
mean,
you didn't really love. You just
No,
played.
he was already...
I like soccer.
Didn't love it.
No.
You hated it.
No.
That we know.
No, that's what I'm saying. He loved soccer. No. That's why you wink it. No. He loved soccer. There was no basketball, nothing. There was basketballs around the house because of me, but he didn't touch, look, or cared about basketball. Then watch it, then want to watch, like it was nothing. It was just straight soccer.
And for you, Alijah, when you got into basketball, did you recognize that this fits what you're more interested in?
When I started to play basketball, I started to know that my dad was playing. But I still like soccer. It's just now I just play basketball because I'm really more into it now. But yeah, when my dad started playing, I started wanting to playing so I could, because I started to get into basketball and NBA, just knowing all my friends played at school, so I just wanted to be a part of it.
And were your friends talking about your dad or other players that you're like, oh, yeah, my dad knows him, that you hadn't connected that yet?
No, he didn't know I played basketball.
Like that.
That's
I
what
want to
I'm
hear
trying-
him feel that.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He didn't know I played basketball.
That we understand. But what was that at, like, oh, it clicked. Like, oh, that was what my dad's always been doing.
Maybe around 10.
See,
Maybe around
that's why I
10.
said it took him 2 years.
Because, kids started telling me, they'll ask who my dad is, then I'll tell them. They'll be like, oh, I know your dad, but I wasn't really into that because I didn't really know.
And you're talking about 2015, I was already removed from basketball, so I wasn't watching it, I wasn't playing it. So he didn't know nothing about Agent Zero, he didn't know that world. So what ends up happening is he gets it from when I go pick him up, and his friends is like, that's your dad? He's like, yeah, that's my dad. What's your last name? And start doing stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, wait, he plays basketball or something? That's the kind of information was coming. Like, wait, my dad plays basketball? What team? And he's like, you don't know who your dad is?
But what you call privilege, you all gotta look at it this way, you have resources, because anytime you want, any basketball question you have the professor.
Yeah.
And then the other people in his network too.
And what's so funny is, no different than any other father-son relationship, mother-son, father-daughter, just any, at some point, you're gonna get tuned out. That's just what kids do to parents. It's just, I get a lot of parents that say, yo, can you tell my son, this? And same thing with him. Hey, Curry, can you tell my son what he need to be doing? Hey, Kyrie, how many shots? So I had to go and text Kyrie, Dame Leonard. I had to take KD. Yo, how many shots you take? How many makes you make a day? And show him. Because, there's only so much, that they're going to listen to before they just like, you say the same thing every day. So I do the same. So I do the same thing other parents do. There you go. Look what he said.
They just don't text KD and Steph.
Yeah.
But you were saying you ask him questions?
Yeah, I ask him a lot of questions, from when he wasn't good to how he got good, so I could just know.
Wait, there was a point where you weren't good?
Yeah,
I've never heard about this.
Yeah, I started off as a track and football player. Never told you the story. So I was Michael Vick before Michael Vick. You know what I mean? So I was that Pop Warner. I played for East Valley Trojans. And
Pop Warner is like 10 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 10 years old, but because I was faster and kind of stronger, like wiry strong, I basically quarterback sneaked the whole game. So fake it, take off, team suck. And let's just say I tried to quarterback sneak on the wrong person, and I woke up a basketball player. Someone knocked my helmet. All I know is my helmet was gone, and I had on a jersey. I was a basketball player when I woke up. Like, yes.
You just didn't like contact like that?
No, I liked contact. That contact was different. He hit
football.
Yeah. The 10-year-old hit that hard. I knew I was done.
When did that happen?
10.
10?
His name was Dejan Lee. I remember the name. Filipino.
The name?
Filipino and black. Dejan Lee, yes.
Hey man, you owe him a lot actually, because he got you into basketball. So Dejan Lee, appreciate you.
Yeah.
The other things that you guys talk about though, I think we just said he has a network. So you can imagine, hey dad, I need this information, hook it up. And those guys that you're talking to, at one point they were asking you for questions.
Yeah, it's because I wasn't pushed, hard. My dad, he let me find my way. And he just made sure when I did need something, it was there. Same thing here. Like, I wake up to this day, 6:37. I work out. I work out 2 times before he wakes up. And I tell him, he's like, wake me up. No, no, like, you gotta wake yourself up. That ain't my job. My job ain't to wake you up. My job is, but when you do get up, this is what you gotta do. So you can either do it here to here, get up early and do it. I'll push and see where he goes. He doesn't know I'm pushing him, but I'll.
Is that true? Do you know he's pushing you? And when he's
No,
not?
he doesn't know. No, he doesn't know the mental challenges. Like we did a leg day. We had a leg day. We had he had EPX weightlifting, and then he had to go play with the high school kids. And then when it was done, I said, Coach Todd's here. I mean, he's dead tired. I said, Coach Todd's here. He's like, wait, why can't he come at 6? I said, what's the point of 6 when you can do it now? Sun outside. And he was like, is he already there? Yep. Came in, walked straight outside, worked out hard. There we go. Knowing I know he's dead tired. Just to see if he was gonna say, nah, I'm just gonna do it later, or if he's gonna go out there and pretend he was hurt. You just try to see, how much you can push him, but he doesn't know I'm doing that. He just went out there and worked. Okay, that's what's up.
Right, so what is it to you? When he throws all these things at you and you handle them,
A lot of work, just hard.
why do you do it though?
What does he do or why do I do it?
You do it. He said you could just stay in bed or you could just not want to do it.
Well, like now I'm into basketball, I don't really want to. That's not what I really want to do. Like I want to be good. It's just me. If me not knowing that I'm not good, I could just stay here and just do nothing. But knowing that I need to work hard to be good, then I'll work hard and do it.
How about the competition? How does that push you?
Like for high school?
Well, it's always a level up, wherever that's coming from.
I love playing up, like older kids, especially when I score and like I do good in those games. But when I'm not, I get mad at myself, like saying like, what do I need to do?
When you hear that, I get mad at myself. What do you have to do? Is that music to your ears?
Say it again?
When he gets mad at himself?
He's mad at himself for not scoring?
No, for like having a bad game.
For anything.
That's mental.
But for you gotta be like,
See, there's a difference.
that's a win.
No. If he's mad and that madness turns into him working out, it's different than being mad, disappointed, and sulking. So you got to see which one is leading into. You know what I mean? So if he has a bad game and he's like, oh, I suck today, and then, he don't go to the court, then that's not a hooray. But if he had a bad game, the big kids beat on him, and he go out there and he's working out and working like a madman, then it's a plus. So you got to let him grow into that. You can't tell him what to do. That's what I said. It's one of those things where my approach is, you have to let him fall in love with it, because you got to remember, once a player falls in love with it, then you can push him as much as you want, because it's not a negative thing anymore.
The point is, you're playing up. That's the most important part. What do you see as the benefit of that?
Just like when I asked him why am I playing, the first time I played up, I got beat up and I really didn't like it. So I said, why do I have to play older kids? He's like, imagine your moves work on older kids. What do you think's gonna happen when you play younger kids or your age? It's just about knowing how to play with older kids. When you're going to high school and you're gonna verse your age, it's way easier.
That's a great theory. So Gil, put it 100% on the record right now, evaluate that. How's he doing against the competition?
He's doing good. I mean, Daryl, his AAU coach, when he started showing real high level skill, he put him on his, 15U 16U, put him out there, got blocked, got ripped, then made a floater. Like, okay, progress. It's like, they're gonna be fearful. It's one of those things. It's like, at the end of the day, it's still basketball. It's like at this certain age before junior high, everyone is feared. They're fearful of, we're not ready. I mean, do you think a ninth grader is ready to play against a senior when they match up? No, that's not the point. That senior's supposed to beat. All you just want to do is compete. When Zion or Luka or Trae Young, rookies get into the NBA and play against Dame Lillard, Curry, Kyrie, LeBron James. We know what's supposed to happen, but all we need to do is compete. Compete, play your best. Trust me, we know there's a big gap in age. We know he's more experienced, but the point is just compete. If that guy is bigger than you and stronger than you, just compete. He's gonna try to push you and, try to use your strength to get you. That means you gotta be more skillful. Fight for your life. That's all you can do. And that's what I said. That's what turn your game over. But if you're playing against younger in your age and you're beating on them, then you become methodical, you become lazy. It's too easy. Now your moves is washed, same little in and out, layup, okay, you can't guard me, jumper. You're not really working on anything. You're not really getting better at that. So it's like, no, you play against players that forces you to play every possession hard. Every move has to be skillful. So, when him and his trainer, Todd Wilson, after they finish working out, one-on-one, Todd don't let him score. Hey, don't look at me. don't look over here. When it's like one-on-one, it's like one-on-one, like 16-0. Hey, that's the point. It ain't no point of like him letting you score. You gotta earn your point.
And even this is what happens. I watched you play Todd. At one point, Todd said, "I'm just gonna bully ball you. I'm just gonna take you." You got to know that's coming. That's what they're gonna do.
But that's the point. It ain't about you stopping him. Like, you don't supposed to beat him. But you're supposed to compete. And that's all that really matters, competing, understanding. Because you gotta remember, you're not gonna play against that size for a while now. But if you understand it and see what it does now, by the time you have the strength and the speed to blow by them, to fight him in the post, you already know what to do. Right now, speed, height, strength is what you're gonna be lacking. So you have to make up for it with deception moves. If he's more athletic, try to get him. Now your push got to be further. Now when you go for the layup, you got to actually hold him off. That's what makes you work on your skill and improving.
And the ultimate is you look at a guy right now, like who's ahead of you, let's say Ja Morant, right? Mm-hmm. So when Ja was your age, he was looking at Westbrook, Harden. So now that Ja's there playing those guys, it's caught up for him. He's filled in the physical part. For you though, as a parent now, so we went you're a coach and you're a player first, we'll say player first, and then the coaching and the wisdom that you passed on. But as a parent, how are you re-experiencing this point of basketball?
It's fun. It's different. AAU is way different from when I was playing to what it is now. But just watching, just seeing, what the skill level looks like now. I remember when my dad seen him at 10. He was like, "Yo, he's way better than you. Watch out." Wait, what? What do you mean? I was a killer. He was like, "No, he wasn't."
You were one.
I was like, "I wasn't a killer at 10."
You were a wannabe football player.
That's what I said. I said, "I wasn't a killer at 10." He said, "Bro, no." I was like, "Oh, all right. Well, I'll let him know then. I'll let him know, hey, he's way better than me." It's just watching just the skill level, watching the moves. Got to remember, the moves he's learning now is the moves I learned when I was in the NBA. In the NBA, So it's like you're taking the moves I was learning and you have it now at 10, 11, 12. So it's like, just to watch him execute moves watch the instinct, watch his natural ability. It's just like, okay, all right, it's, I'm not gonna sit here and try to smile, it's just, because I just how I played, I'm equal. And in a game, it's like, I don't want you to think that when you miss shots, you're playing bad. And when you're making shots, you're playing good. It works both ways. You can be missing shots and having amazing games. The shots are just not falling. You can be making shots and all of those are bad shots, which will end up leading to horrible decision-making later on. So, I try not to move the needle, on my emotion when he's playing, and then just ask him, at the end of the day, how do you think you did, And then if he asks me, well, how do you think I did? And I'll give him the answer. How'd you play? Like, how do you think I did?
I guarantee I have.
Sometimes you don't even have to ask because you can just read.
No, I have. Then you'll tell me I did all right, then you'll tell me what I did right and did wrong. You feel me, right?
And to be the player you want to be, that I know you want to be, is the worst thing you can do is think you're good, is to relax. I got that. So what he's saying, he's giving you a counter to the counter to the counter. But the idea that you want to never relax, you never think you're good, never be satisfied.
Yeah. So I was at a practice. It was just a workout, and I knew I was better than everybody, so I just felt so cool. And just so oh, you can have the ball, I'll just shoot this three. I was just so cocky and just relaxed. But he told me all these things and what you need to do. So I walked in next week into the gym, everybody's better than me. I'll just work hard. Just work hard. Then I just started getting steals. I just felt good. It felt good working hard. So.
Because what did you get at the end of the day? Wins, more buckets.
Yeah.
Better. You got to remember if, like I tell them, you going in there and you see everybody's not at your skill level and you're just going, through the motions, you didn't get better. You didn't get better today. So, to be honest, this was pointless. We could have just, stayed home if he was going to work like this. I don't, and this was just me. If you ask anybody, and they be telling you, I was a demon, when I played. I didn't care about nobody. I didn't care about the score. I didn't look up to see if we was up 20, down 20, who was in front of me, if it was a girl. I'm trying to score 100 on you. That was my whole I trained way too much. I worked out on my game way too much to even give you a thought in your brain that we're on the same level. I don't care where your ranking was. I don't care if you was ranked number 1 in the state, number 2 in the state. None of that mattered to me because at the end of the day, I know I train more than you. And I'm gonna show you. So, it was one of those. If I know you just got off of JV and they just moved you up to varsity and then they subbed you in, what? This is free points. This is free. This is free. They put a rookie. Do you know why in the NBA, if you know why rookies get their ass torn? If you're averaging 30 and they put a rookie on you, I'm about to get the 30 in the first quarter. I'm gonna have 70 tonight because they put this. That's the point. I don't care. You step in between these lines, you're a threat to me. And that's what you got to start understanding. If they step on that court and they come and, you got to remember, when they come and guard you, what do you think they're trying to do? Stop you. Mm. So you can either let them or not. It ain't no. It ain't, you know what I mean? So if you going through the motions, to them, what do you think they're thinking? Deed him up. Deed him up, he weak. And that's basically how it is. When you're younger, you don't understand the concept of it. You're just like, when I'm playing against good players, I'm gonna play hard. You know, I'm playing against my little brother, I'm gonna just mess around. And no.
Yeah, that's how I felt. And I didn't even score a lot. And I was thinking about like, I only scored like 6 points.
Yeah.
Now playing, then when I played, I scored like 20.
Yeah, that's what I said. But you got to think how Coach Todd plays against you and how you play against them. You know, does Todd take it easy on you when you're playing? No, not even close. Not even. He plays like you're trying to take his job. You know what I mean? Nah, you're not supposed to score. Clothesline, baby.
And now
Pick your teeth
that
up.
you're playing up all the time now, think of it, what if you were playing a 4th or 5th grader? You want them to beat you? So think of how those guys look at you when you're
Like
you're playing
when I'm
them.
playing cool and all that, when I used to, it's like, imagine he does embarrass you. It's like, you're looking cool, but you're really not.
You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, because so his middle school team, and he played up here, little 3, step back, spin around, Kobe 3 from the corner. And then I'm like, yo, are you gonna play? I mean, like, it's like, well, we beat them. Well, I said, listen, if you know you're gonna beat this team by 50, that means start the game off hard. Like you personally, the first 5 minutes before y'all up by 30, go hard. Just balls out, because the rest of the game is gonna be lollygagging. So go balls out at the beginning of the game, so so you can get your work in, because right now, it's embarrassing on both ends. You're not, working on your game. You're not getting better through the game situation. So you gotta challenge yourself. Like games like this, they're meaningless, but they mean something. I'm one of those type of, people that, there shouldn't be no rule on what an ass whooping feels like. There's no 30-point gap or don't score 100, which they have all in his league. You can't score 100. If you're up 30, go into a zone, make the other kids feel better about themselves. And I'm like, this is sports. I'm pretty sure in the NBA or football, if you're up 4 touchdowns, I'm pretty sure the defense is like, we're not gonna hit you anymore. Y'all going to score. No, they're still trying to knock your face off.
As a parent now, you see other kids on your teams and their moms and dads, how they do things. 1 to 10,
What do you mean by that?
yelling, pushing you guys.
Oh, man, come on, man. I'm a 1, bro.
I asked Elijah.
Oh, I'm a 1. Be on my
What does that
phone.
mean? Like, I don't get it.
Is he a cool parent when it comes to
Or one of those loud parents.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a cool parent.
1?
Yeah, bro, I don't say nothing, man. I told you.
Sometimes he'll go up to, like, when he gets me mad, he'll yell, it's 5. It's like a 5.
I don't know. Yeah, the 5 is Simone.
Five's okay.
The 5 is, it's Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin is a 10.
He looks like a 10.
I see.
That's his identity.
I see. Nah, but me, how I react gives him, I don't want him to be one of those players. I call them, crowd lookers or bench lookers, where every time they do something bad, they want to look and see your facial, to see like, that's.
Yeah, I see a lot of kids do that.
A lot of kids,
their parents.
they're looking at their parents to see if they did okay. Do they get the thumbs up? Good job. Like no.
Kills their confidence.
Yeah, and I said because what ends up happening is you're creating a high-low player, meaning when he hits shots, he's high. When he's missing shots, he's low. When both of them are part of this game, you want your son, daughter to be here, because here means short-term memory loss. If I miss 5 shots, I'm gonna shoot the 6th one like this is my first shot. If he's used to seeing me every time he missed, like, then that means every miss brings him down and down and down, because he can visualize and see me do all this all the time. You know what I mean? So you just watch the game like you're just watching a game. There's no, like if he missed a good shot, like, no, that was a good shot. It was a good one. You just missed it. So he doesn't, you don't want your kid to think missing shots is something bad. No, that's part of the game. You're gonna miss shots. You're gonna make shots. You're gonna miss layups. You're gonna make crazy layups. You're gonna miss fast break layups. You're gonna miss an easy three. You're gonna make a difficult three. It's part of the game. The only thing that changes is the emotion. You miss 3 shots, either your emotion is gonna make you miss another 12, or it's gonna turn it around and you're gonna ball out. So I try to, tell them, like, listen, if I can give you the blueprint to the games, you're gonna have a game where you're 9-9 in the first half, 0-9 in the second half. To be honest, that's a great game. You're gonna start off 0 for 10, and you're gonna be 5 for 5 or 10 for 10 in the second half and hit the game winner. You're gonna miss every shot, hit the game winner. You're gonna make every shot, miss the game winner. That is the game. Being balanced through it is what the real secret is.
I thought we were talking about like in real life, just like out of basketball, like my rating.
Yeah, no, it's out of basketball.
Like playing basketball.
While you're playing.
While I'm playing. Yeah. Depends. If you're coaching.
It's
like an 8 to 10.
But I was coaching you only because the cameras was on, so I was trying to be like I'm this real nice coach.
No, that's a stretch. We're not falling for that.
But that's what it is. We was filming, so I'm trying to pretend that, stop that. Like that was,
I think it was between me and Damon. So I just made a bad play, and by the looks of it, you were at like a 10 yelling at me. So that's the only time I remember. I thought we were talking about it real. Yes, you remember.
Yeah, dude.
And now the truth comes
out. We
out.
lost by 2.
Mm-hmm. We didn't lose. No. We won, but we won. Because I stopped the kid from shooting.
Was this the game y'all had 25 turnovers? Y'all were just throwing the ball?
No. That's when we were passing because they pressed us, and we were passing when we should have not passed. Because every time I didn't pass and I brought the ball up to the court, we got past half court. But every time I passed,
that was the game where I was like, y'all throwing the ball like y'all don't even want it. Yeah, that game. Yeah, I remember that game.
But the game when we won barely because the dude missed the shot because I played on him. I don't think you remember that game though.
To be honest, bro, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I really don't be paying attention to like layups and a bunch of turnovers, the stuff y'all be doing out there.
It looked like you did, like you cared.
I want dunks. I want dunks crossover. That's where my brain works. I gotta get used to it.
No, because I passed it when I shouldn't have passed it.
There you go. Yeah, level 10, bro. Yes, bro. Level 10. Yeah, that makes sense now. You passed up the shot where you don't know who. Bro, you better put another last name. You want to pass up game winners.
But if you said he was heated, he was on 10 or whatever, there's a difference between hollering and yelling.
As a coach?
Are you a coach now? The camera's on? I mean,
no, that was when I was a coach as the cameras. I mean, if he did that while when I wasn't coaching, because I wouldn't have said anything.
Just after, like a 3, like he would have told me.
Hey, why would you pass the ball to him? He ain't a game winning shooter.
How does he tell you though?
Yeah, like that. Like he'll just like make me. Just like not making me feel bad about it, then like, I don't want to do it again, like I'm scared.
Not to feel bad, right? Because there's a way that you can push, right? But you can push too far. Pushing means like you like what you said, the challenges that you don't know that.
But you got to remember, I think it all also starts on how his development started. You got to remember, he started 5 years ago, and what I'm watching is like. Like, cause when I'm the parent, your father's the parent, he's an NBA player, the coach thinks he has to play your son. So I've never, not once walked up to the coach and said, yo, why you ain't playing my son? Like, never. Like, I've never questioned the coach, like, yo, and I've told him something, don't look at me. I remember sometime when he first started, like, coach yelling at me and crying on the court. Bro, don't look at me, I ain't the coach. What you think I'm gonna do?
I know you didn't cry in the court.
What?
You were just frustrated.
No, It was this one time the coach yelled, like, I think it was my first game. It was that next
First, third, fifth.
I was young, just say that. And
That's
it
what
was
I'm saying.
at
You know,
next
like,
level,
this is
and
the
I
first time
cried.
he's getting yelled at. So you know how those kids go. It's like, and I said, hey, listen, hold on. While you still crying in the car, understand this. What was he saying? You know, like, I know you say he was yelling at you, but what was coming out of his mouth? He said, I need to play hard.
But now I take it as like, you're just telling me to play hard just in the motivation. But now.
Motivation. I say, yo, don't listen to the volume of what the coach is saying. You got to remember, the coach is just emotional as that parent yelling, the referee calling technicals for no reason because you looked at them, no different than the players. And like, it's an emotional reaction game. Everyone needs to really listen to what's coming out of the mouth.
So Elijah, we spent a good amount of time asking you questions, throwing things out there, but it's your turn. Ask away. Ask Agent Zero.
I have one question. Who's the best player?
Me. Cap, no cap here. No cap in.
Who's the best player that you've played against in high school?
Ooh.
I've never asked you this question.
Okay, hold on. Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. When you averaging 40, 30, 40 every game, when you averaging 30, 40 every game, there ain't nobody. There ain't nobody.
I knew you was gonna say that.
That's all that's what I did though. Like, so the best player that's ranked, I put 50 on him. I mean, he probably had 40 or 30 or 20, I don't know, but I was barbecuing, bro. I was barbecuing. So it's hard to really say, okay, that player just like, listen, I led the Valley in scoring. Like, it was me, and then the closest was here. So, if he did good, he had what, 22? I had 42, but he, so I didn't look at him, but that was part of his career game. BD, I didn't play against BD. See, I never played against him. DeMar Johnson, always got to watch him. Nah, I got it, yeah. There was a few of them. Now I just thought about it. Yeah. I had to think
to warm up to it. I
had to think about it because you have to think about all the games you played and tournament and players and people who got the best of you. There was a kid named Brent Nelson. I kept getting him confused with Steve Blake. But yeah, a kid named Brent Nelson. Sean Stevenson busted me up.
You told me about him.
Carlos Boozer,
These were at camps, AAU stuff.
Yeah, AAU camp. Luke Rittenauer, he got me a couple times. His daddy was the coach of his high school team, so he had green light,
When do you think I could beat you in a one-on-one?
When do you
think I could beat you in a one-on-one?
You asking me?
Yes.
Never.
All right.
Father Time's gonna catch up to you. Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I mean, you asked the question
Right
like you're supposed to be.
high school, nah.
What I'm supposed to, you supposed to be giving me your answer, like, yo, I'm gonna beat you in 2 years, but you're gonna ask me? You asking me? Never.
Okay, let's
I
do
just
this.
want your
Let me
answers.
jump in. I'm gonna say hypothetically, it happens. Okay, he gets you. As a player is one thing, as a parent is the other. What's your reaction gonna be?
He's not gonna let me.
There you go.
He's not gonna
He
want.
won't.
He's
No,
not
no,
gonna
you're not
let
gonna
me.
let him. But it
There
just
you
it
go.
happens. He got
But
you. It
trust
happens.
me,
Okay.
I'm gonna get past.
We're just gonna agree that basketball, I'm smart, right? So
You
therefore,
always have a fact behind it.
so if I know he is better than me, I won't put shoes on. I won't go out there to challenge it.
You didn't know that. You find out the hard way.
Oh no, you knew who. Like, I thought. Listen,
I don't know.
Grandpa, I thought I was gonna beat him.
It didn't work out.
I just never got the challenge, bro. Once he realized, I don't think I can beat him, this is gonna be a good game, he just never accepted the challenge. So I actually never got to beat my dad because he didn't take the challenge. Same thing's gonna happen to you. When I realized that,
I'm gonna make you wanna play, and there's ways.
ain't no making.
There's ways.
You ain't gonna make me wanna lose. Nah, I'm not one of
Yeah.
those parents like, I went out there and then he dunked all on me. I'm not going through knee surgery. Nah.
No, it's just gonna be a one-on-one, and you're not
he
gonna think
ever
I'm
gonna-
gonna beat you, then I'm just gonna beat you.
Is he ever gonna outshoot me? Probably never. You see that face? Because he knows.
All right.
Because he knows that I make it seem like I don't work on my shot. But he knows I be shooting a lot. So he knows he can never, he can never outshoot me.
I'm going
Like he'll go
to-
and look at the shooting machine and it'd be like 98 out of 103.
It was like 101 out of 98.
I don't care. I mean, he can get all the trainers he wants in the world. There's too much training in this arm, bro.
I'm gonna ask
So you keep
and
all
I was
that-
close. I remember I was close
Listen,
one
you
time.
keep all that
I
winning
was
out your
close
brain
one
when it
time.
comes. Just keep all that winning out your
I
brain.
was close.
Elijah, it'll happen.
And I
One
did.
day.
I did beat you, but you said you weren't trying. We bet $100, and we were at cast practice. After cast practice,
Yes, I wanted
won.
you to get $100. I just
Oh
wanted to
my
give you. I wanted you to
God.
work
and you,
for your
And
$100.
before you said, I ain't gonna let you get
Because
this.
you don't do
then I got
chores.
it.
You don't do chores, so
I can't do chores.
yeah. So I gotta make you like win. So
Nah, I don't want that.
Elijah, that
Then
might
no,
be
then
your,
we played again. Oh yeah, then I won.
that might be your toughest opponent.
yeah, I mean that's the only reason I get his
Because
focus.
he'll even never let you get to a point where you can.
But that's
challenge
gotta remember, as long as he can't beat me in shooting, no matter how old or fat I am, he know he gotta keep working.
You welcome it.
clapping.
That's the good news. All right, let's get out on this one. This idea that you mentioned it, the name, right? And then the idea that there's a name on your back. All right, how do you handle that? The challenge that comes from the opposition, the challenge that is people are going to compare, or just that you have to get to a certain level.
But do you feel like it's pressure? Do you don't really?
No,
Okay, so there you go right there.
it's.
You're
just
going to be
that.
watching some more video, and I think.
Well,
you'll
I
learn
don't think
more.
he feels pressure because I'm training him, so, so it's, because it makes sense because if he knows he's better than me at this point in time, there's no pressure. There's no pressure
Well,
to.
it's like, if you ask me who my dad is, I'll tell you, but I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, he's this good NBA player. And I'm just gonna be like, it's my dad.
Listen, like I told you, he's gonna get all the tools. He's gonna have all the tools. It's gonna be up to him, and Lady Luck to get him to that level, and then once he gets to that level, from there it's another level, and then from there it's another level. It's not it's when kids and future NBA players now, if you want someone to look at on steps, you look at LeBron James. He's on year 17, 18, and he still look like he's not, falling from grace because he take care of his body. So, at a certain age, you got to understand there's other things to do to survive. And for the last 3-4 years, what's kept him here is his body. Not necessarily, going in a gym, shooting 3 hours a day. Is putting the right food in, getting the right sleep, working on the right, drills, making sure he loses weight. There's always things you have to do to keep, getting better. Like I told him, I said, his backcourt mate is his workout buddy is Tanner. Tanner Jones, Dante Jones' son. He's all of Dante Jones, and I'm like, yo, if you want to look like that, you gotta start doing push-ups, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta do your push-ups, and it's like, just get better, get stronger, get wiser, get smarter, learn how to, update your craft, look at this kid, watch what makes him good, and I think that's what, some kids, they get scared of. They'll, watch a highlight and see this kid jump over heads, and be like, man, I don't, I'm not as good as him. No, you don't jump like him. Yeah, but he probably can't dribble like you, shoot like you, move like you, in shape like you. So yeah, he's beating you in this thing, but you got to start thinking about what he can't beat you in. Use those to your advantage.
And what you can do.
That's what makes us pros.
This is what you do.
Players.
And if you look at it, you got guys who have come before you, and you have Steph and Seth and their pops Dell. You have Clay and his pops Michael Thompson. I mean, these guys did it. And they took that, and their dad was, so Clay's dad was Michael Thompson. He's Clay Thompson. Mm-hmm. You're your own animal.
Yeah.
Your own monster. As we're saying, we're making a monster out there. So shout out to Ben Gordon today.
Oh, that's my guy, Ben. See, this man was a lethal bucket. You don't know. I know you don't.
You're gonna dive into YouTube.
I know you don't.
You got homework,
I know
Elijah.
you don't
You
know
got a
this,
lot of
but this
homework.
man right here,
It's a lot of fun.
bucket. Quick buckets too. Mm-hmm. He was quick buckets.
So listen to Miyagi, whatever you do.
Sometimes.
I'll give you a nickname. That should stick.
Miyagi.
Yeah.
Like we said, we're glad this happened. One of the most important episodes we've ever done.
Yeah, that father-son, AAU circuit, for the fathers out there, listen. Let your child play the game the way they see it. Because it's just like somebody standing over you at your job telling you what to do, So yelling, shoot the ball, pass the ball, just let them see the game and just enjoy, the artwork,
There it is.
Because usually the pressure is trying to live up to what your parents want you to be, peer to peer, they figure that out. But usually what holds kids back is usually, the parents. Usually most of the time parents are in the child's way. That's the slogan. You in your child's way.
You wanna let them out of the nest.
Yeah, you want to
let them fly.
Let them fly. Let them
let me eat.
Let them eat.
Let them eat.
Let them
there
eat.
it is.
So I need to go eat right now.
All right. I see where you're getting at. All right. For Gilbert Arenas and Alijah Arenas, I'm Mike Botticello. Thanks for checking out No Chill. And remember, catch us every Monday at 8 p.m. on Fubo. And we'll see you next time.